Alright, so resuming from previous video, so we investigated the issue and it was pretty simple that inside enemy croc, our main object which had supposedly box collider on didn't had the tag named enemy on. I mean it was on, but I didn't save the project here before closing it or something, so it got resetted back to untagged, which wasn't needed. It needed to be on enemy, and once the enemy is on, uh, we were able to pass the bullet successfully. And another thing we noticed was that in the bullet movement script, this destroy game object needed to be, which is that bullet game object to be destroyed should be here and not here at the top. The reason is that it might skip this execution of events, which is not needed. So we will simply destroy the bullet in the end of passing out this information. So inside bullet movement, simply destroy game object which is here. We will simply move that to here. And now when we press play and give the inside this runner component, now you see the base damage is 20. So now when we press enter, okay, so if we pause this bunch of allies that pop up for a second by simply by going this to this game object, turning it off, and now if we see the player shooting another enemy and which has 100 health, so 5 bullets should do his job. 1 2 3 4 5, and yep, this is how it is, runs perfectly fine. Also, if I can show you the bullet, here it is, the bullet. So this is the bullet, and the base damage by default is passed on from the parent of which is of 20. So if I change the value here, runner, change the value to 15, say, now the bullets will have the value being passed on to be 15. So if I pause it, go to bullet here again, and you can see the base damage by default is showing 15, but not by default, but I mean after passing the bunch of after calling bunch of functions, it is showing the value what is needed, and it will react to this one, and this is how it should be. And second thing we need to do is go on to li now, so that li works as well, and go to full in prefab mode in context, that is, it should be full screen. And then when you go there, you will see the new stylized pistol. We need to check this bullet spawner. It will ask for the data class, and we will simply pass the li class here inside this data class, and now this base damage will be reciprocated there as well. So now if I turn on the game object with which I had questionnaires on, this game object, and now if you press play, so now as you can see, okay, so first thing we will do is go back to runner class and set the base damage to 1 or 0, so in case it doesn't do anything to our enemy. And now if we run again, allies should be able to do the job for him. As you can see, it moves much slowly, and when this big boss is able to Yeah, so this is how it is. And another thing that you guys can do is play the animation for death for the enemy. So when it dies, when it so if, as you can see in the data class, so data class isn't supposed to handle animations, but if we go on to enemy here, enemy croc, this is animator, and oh sorry, the this is the tutorial play. This class edit script is supposedly has loads of animation running on it. Here we can put public void show death, start death, or run die, run dying anim, and we can give the animator value here, or we can simply go to the death animation, which if we can show you if animation is open, animator is open. Where is the death? I think falling, or this is the death. This is not linked with anyone, but if we double click it, we will turn this loop time on and then press apply. So now, okay, this is not death at all, this is something else. This is dance actually. Okay, so if we double click on this death, and now, yeah, this is how death seems like, and we don't want to be looped, we only want to play it once. So here we will simply play this animation, and then we can simply play it like this as shown in the previous videos, where we can play by the name, and this is the name. Again, this name is bit specific, which we don't want, so save it like this. And now when this character has died, so if you can go to the data class here, and so this, all right, so destroy before time, then it will call the death animation of the component right away. So how we can do it is get component tut animation on key down, and then call the public method which we just named as run dying animation. And now if we now if everything is fine, we should be able to see the dying animation of the player, of the whoever dies, I mean. Yeah, so the thing is that it gets deleted right away, rather than. So if we go onto this enemy here, and we can see that the time before it dies, it is 0.3. Let's change back to 2. Yeah, so 2 seconds, which is a lot. And now if we run it, where did it went? It got deleted in the way, it didn't showed up. So let's press here again and go back to. Alright, so let's enemy croc. Let's keep it in a scene view, and here it got deleted. So it didn't play the animation, I think, or did it? I'm not sure about it. So if we can make the transition here to depth and set the value of it to inside conditions, and the state equals 8 or simply 10. So if we can show you here in the yeah, so head back to this runner component here again, set the base damage to 20 so we can see clearly how it dies. So it doesn't save our which we just created, if you can see. Inspector, enemy animations, and so this is the, yeah, so let's play it. Or also we can also set the state inside tutorial animation here, state to 10. Again, either one should work, but to see if it's problem with our system or anything, we can see. Alright, so what happens is that if you go on to data class here again, so wait time, let's shift it again, I guess, to attack animation time. Instead of this, we were time before destruction was what we were wanted to change. and attack animation time. Where is this? Okay, so it's the data PEAS, and I am doing changes here. Stupid of me, I guess. Attack animation time is 0.3, or we can, I think it was 2 already, so we will not change, and this is the time before destruction, and we can set that to 10, so we are sure what is happening on. Also, we need to turn off these scripts because they are setting up the values as well. So what we can do is get all the uh, try to get all these scripts. So if we go back to Unity, try to get all the components, and we will turn all the components off in sequence. And if you are not sure what you can do, you can simply type components here. And yes, so the next thing we will I will show you in next video.